Welcome to Goge Africa. We dedicate this very edition to the 9th edition of Goge Africa Foundation Seminar.
Yes, this year we successfully reached out to over 3,000 students, 300 teachers, and over 100 schools.
We did this with the help of some socially responsible organizations, public office holders, and well-meaning Nigerians.
Together, we impacted the lives of Nigerian youths with topics such as how to prevent child sexual abuse, shun cybercrime, and gain security awareness.
We called it Youths Against Violence, and it happened at the National Arts Theatre, Igomu.
So join us to know how it all went down.
Don't go away. How can we raise security awareness among our youths?
If you have the capacity of being assertive anytime, anywhere, you will deter a lot of crime.
How can we prevent child abuse in our society?
I've had cases where someone says, it's a family matter, take it home. How can sexual abuse be a family matter? It's supposed to be a state versus whoever the perpetrator is.
Apart from us trying to get the perpetrator to book, we also need to look at the need of the child.
How can we stop cybercrime among our youths?
Each time you think of the internet, don't think of it as a place where you go to see the wrong things. There are many good things on the internet, but unfortunately, the bad things go viral very quickly.
These and many more were burning questions that got answers at the 2017 edition of Goge Africa Foundation GAF Seminar with theme Youths Against Violence. GAF was established in 2005 to empower the youths of Africa through information, seminars, and other valuable action projects for self-development, as well as to realize sustainable economy for the continent. Since its inception, GAF and partnering brands have empowered over 25,000 students and teachers in public and private schools within Lagos and its environs. As always, participating schools, guests and speakers arrived at the National Arts Theatre, venue of the event, are scheduled for accreditation, and they settled in accordingly to enrich their knowledge in character and learning. And this year, the GAF Seminar came alive with participation from partnering organizations that gave out life-enriching products and services to students and guests.
One of the key reasons why we connected with GAF is this. We don't talk enough about the vulnerable issues that young people face. This presented for us an opportunity to be able to engage with that. We recognize that there are experts who work in the child abuse, sexual violence space, but we also recognize that they are not necessarily looked in or connected to the conversations that's happening online. GAF has helped to bring those 2 or 3 conversations together. It's also a mass media platform to get the messaging out. So for us, that has been critical. 1, the element of young people. 2, treating or speaking to a particular issue that is not necessarily tackled in other spaces.
Fighting against sexual abuse, fighting against cybercrime is something that any organization that wants to involve in corporate social responsibility, they should actually involve in that.
The first speaker to impact the audience was Assistant Police Commissioner Frank Mba, who represented Fatai Owosheni, Commissioner of Police, Lagos State.
There is security in numbers. Anytime you are going out, particularly when it's getting late and you must go out, make sure you go out in a pair of 2 or more. When young people are in a group of 2, 3, 4, 5, the chances of anybody attacking them is minimized. If you're online, it is also very important that you monitor the amount of information you disclose. As young people, one of the tests for determining whether what you are the information you are disclosing or the picture you are posting is a good one is to ask yourself, if my mom or my dad gets to see this picture, will he or she be impressed?
My name is Okoji Cynthia. I'm a student of Kimo College. I have a question. If you're a fresher in a university and they ask you to join cults, if you don't, they will kill you. If you're in that position, what will you do?
Those recruiting for the cult groups, they don't just approach anybody. There must be something they see in you. If they find out that you're a very assertive person, you are in the university, you just go your own way, you are very serious-minded, they don't just come to you. But if for any reason you get to that scenario, the simple thing to do is turn their request down, straightforward, and report to the school authority straight away.
Apart from the police force, speakers for prevention of child abuse and breaking the silence and healing topics also got the students captivated all through their renditions.
If you are seated here and you are going through a case of sexual abuse at home, in school, in church, in the mosque, wherever you are, you need to come out and talk about it, because abuse can happen at any place and at any time. So it is your duty to report. Abuse thrives in secrecy. Once you say, I would tell, the abuser runs away. You have the power. They know that once you speak, then there's trouble.
I'm glad because our team of advocacy this year is that it takes a village. It takes a village because I can't do it alone. The prevention crew can't do it alone. And most importantly, to heal is a journey that we would need all the enforcement to be part of that experience so that we do not re-traumatize these children if they do bring this case to us.
Good day, everyone. My name is Ngozi Onyebuchi. I'm from Distinct Medical College. My question goes like this. If a girl is sexually abused by a family member, how will she cope with it? With the person, and she's seeing the person every day.
So, for the girl or the boy who has to sit around and watch that person who sexually abused them for years, what I would say is there is a pamphlet I distributed from our organization, then there are numbers on that pamphlet. Cheche Yara Foundation is amazing, and they have a helpline on that pamphlet. I would say call them. She Writes is a mental health advocacy group. I would say please call them. I want you to know that it may seem in your own personal setting that there's no one to fight for you. Trust me, I know a few people who may not be blood related to you, but they will tie that wrapper and make a fool of themselves to make sure that you're okay.
That was not all. How about speech on cybercrime among youths?
Cybercrime is something you must stand up to. It's happening every day. As you go on Facebook, as you go on Twitter, as you go on LinkedIn, the truth is that people are posting things they should not post. People are going on holiday, they are posting it. And you know, our first two speakers talked about you posting, sending people your nude pictures. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the internet doesn't forget anything. Anything you post online is there forever. Number two, make sure your parents know all your friends.
My name is Olam Kwasi Odukoya, and I am from Golden Born School. My question is that, what if your parents know the friends you have online, and that friend turns out to be a bad person?
Okay, so what if your parents know who your friends are online and they turn out to be bad? Well, your parents know the right thing to do, and that is to ask you to stop being friends to those people. Is that easy? Because it's for your safety. The whole idea is to keep you safe and help you pass through this stage.
But GAF Seminar was not all about speeches. Students had fun session too, ranging from drama.
This was the boy that beat OBC. This was the boy that beat OBC. Yes, you are the boy that beat OBC. What can you do? I was born with 2 legs, but because of school violence, I have only 1 leg. How I wish I was not part of them, I would have been safe. God.
And I know I will have repelled the case to the school authority, but I kept on denying it. Now my friend is psychologically traumatized. Had I known, I should have reported the case of the bullying of the 2 boys to the school authority. Now because of me, there was school fights. Walk away from violence and stop the violence. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dance.
Africa, aye, aye, Africa, aye, Africa, aye, aye, Africa. Africa, my Africa. Africa of proud warriors in ancestral savannas. Africa of whom my grandmother sings on the banks of the distant river. I have never known you, but your blood flows in my veins. Your beautiful black blood that irrigates the field. The blood of your sweat, the sweat of your work, the work of your slavery. Africa, tell me, Africa, is this your back that is bent? This back that never breaks under the weight of humiliation? This back trembling with red scars and saying no to the whip under the midday sun?
A breakout session also afforded the students the opportunity to refresh, interact with one another, as well as have a one-on-one with free products made for their consumption and donated by participating brands. But the icing on the cake was presentation of awards and prizes by partnering organizations to deserving schools and individual students.
But first in the competition, ladies and gentlemen, Princeton College! Show some swag, man!
I'm very happy about this gift. This is a wonderful surprise for me because I didn't believe it I can make this. I have to say a big thank you to Goge Africa for giving me this gift.
I'm very happy because Goge Africa really did a great job. There's so much and really educates children and young youth on the basic need of education.
So far so good. It broke my heart that we had to turn children away, but like I mentioned to the organizer, it was both a positive and a negative. A positive because it tells you that you will always be consistently oversubscribed in this space. A negative in that it tells you that there's so much need for it, but there's not enough people handling these issues. And one of the things we then bring to bear is the power of the internet. No boundaries, you can access this knowledge, this information, you can share it beyond the physical presence that you have in this space.
In the end, it was totally rewarding as students and teachers alike shared their memorable experiences.
I learned about the internet and things, the do's and don'ts of the internet, and also the cybercrime, the videos and all that.
This seminar shed more light on what causes of violence, things that lead to it, especially peer pressure and other things.
I think that this program has impacted much on my life because some things I don't know about, like this sexual child abuse and violence of some stuff. I believe that it has been able to teach me more because there are some points I've never heard before. I heard in this program. So I'm going to say a very great thank you to Goge Africa.
At the end of the program, we will be able to go back home to make a change in the school, in the society, and in our individual life. When I say our individual life, I'm referring to the students. They should be able, the change they should show in them that they have come for a program that is teaching them against violence and that they should preach.
To the organizers, I really want to say, well, it's a very good thing, encouraging the youth. It's not easy to reach out to the youth, especially this time of the time. So it's really good. It's something we should encourage and to keep doing this, to reach out to the youth.
As this edition of GAF Seminar drew to a close, students went home equipped with life-enriching knowledge that will help transform them into role models in their immediate societies and the country at large.
And on Travel Tips today, we'll show you some smart ways to travel.
Immunization. Nigerian law requires every tourist to have vaccinations against yellow fever in order to enter the country. This is extremely important since the consequence of not having documented yellow fever vaccinations could lead to a tourist being denied entry at the airport. Malaria. Nigeria is a tropical country and therefore it is necessary to protect yourself against malaria. We advise you get professional advice from your health practitioner. Time. Nigeria is 1 hour ahead of Coordinated Universal Time (UTC), meaning that during daylight savings, it would be 12 noon in London, 1 p.m. in Nigeria, and 8 a.m. in New York. Currency. The Nigerian unit of currency is the Naira, with notes issued in 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, 200, 500, and 1,000 Naira denominations. Foreign currency may be changed only at authorized banks. Airport customs. Illegal drugs of any description are not allowed into Nigeria. Please check with a Nigerian embassy, consulate or high commission nearest to you for current information before departure. Visitors may export souvenirs, although some articles like animal skins and antiques require an export permit. Public holidays. Public holidays include 1st of January, New Year's Day, May 1st, Workers' Day, May 29, Democracy Day, October 1, Independence Day, December 25, Christmas, and December 26, Boxing Day. Exact dates for the following holidays are subject to official notice by the Federal Ministry of Internal Affairs: Eid al-Kabir, Good Friday, Easter Monday, Eid al-Mulud and Eid al-Fitr. Language. English is the official language of Nigeria and is spoken with varying degrees of fluency by a reasonable percent of the population, making Nigeria the largest English-speaking country in Africa. However, Hausa, Yoruba, and Igbo languages are widely spoken in the north, west, and east respectively. As you make that trip to Nigeria, we say, Bon voyage! Travel Tips is brought to you in partnership with Goge Africa Travel Club. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Goge Africa.
Yeah, and to be a part of Goge Africa Foundation, visit our website to register for next year's edition.
And until same time next week when we come your way again.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.